And I don't know. I just felt like a $500 plus car note is absurd. But also walking, not having a car and not having transportation is even more absurd.
Yes, a $500 car payment is absurd. However, it has become the standard as a result of the rising cost of vehicles. Not to mention, it is likely to increase with the tariffs that are happening, maybe not happening, probably happening, more than likely are going to happen when it comes to the auto sector.
What do we do in this economy? Because you need a car. It's no.
Girl, I don't know. When you find out, let me know.
Everybody can't go to a car place or dealership and just drown cash. And I'm not even sure that's something that you would need to do. How much are y'all paying for these car notes? How much are y'all spending on car note plus car insurance?
The average car payment is upwards of $500 for sure. It may even be more than that. When you start talking about luxury cars, you're creeping up more towards $700, almost $1,000, depending upon the type of car. That's not even including insurance, which is also going up. Insurance, depending upon your driving record, your credit, all different types of factors, right? I would be curious to know if anyone is paying less than $100 a month for their car insurance. And if so, you have an impeccable driving record. Kudos to you. From what I know, car insurance is upwards of like $100 or more a month on average. That's just like decent record.
It's honestly getting even more ridiculous. I low-key can't even be mad at people for paying that much money because what do? You need a...
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know where she was going with that. But yes. Yeah, it's kind of like that's the cost of doing business. A lot of people, especially working Americans, middle class, we've had to find a way to make ends meet. You can cut down on costs or be more efficient with your spending. I'm not saying be frugal and like pinch pennies. If you can pay $50 less on insurance and still get the same coverage, do that. Absolutely do that. Anytime I think about savings, if it's $150, if it's $500, I'm automatically timesing that by 12 and saying over a span of a year, I can save $6,000. Absolutely. That's a trip, spa days, that's weekly massages, right? I can do so many other things with that money as opposed to giving it to a auto loan or a car insurance company. Sweetie pie, honey bun. No, I'm keeping my money if I can because I'd rather spend it on me.
People who don't have a car will tell you just how annoying and how hard it not having transportation, not having a vehicle you can just count on to have 24/7, or even having a reliable vehicle.
She's right. Depending upon the city and state that you live in, most cities, unless it's super dense and urban, I'm thinking of New York, I'm thinking of DC, the American roads and landscape is set up for drivers. Right? This ain't Europe, but a lot of cities in America are designed to where you absolutely need transportation. You need a car to get around. And yeah, the car prices over these last few years have definitely increased. And as a result, car payments have increased. But I think ultimately what's going to happen is consumers, when they're faced with increasing costs, you start to get a little bit more diligent and a little bit more intentional about where your dollars are going. Now, the unfortunate part of the state that we're in terms of this economy, and I'm not even just talking about present day, I'm talking about over what it feels like the last 5 years, costs in every category has gone up a lot, right? The increase has sustained itself. It wasn't like, oh, it increased for 3 months and then the price went back down. No, it's gone up and it's gone up and it's gone up and it stayed up. That's the unfortunate part about it because not only is car insurance going up, car loans, groceries, rent, mortgage, like everything is increasing in cost for the middle class, for working American. Unfortunately, more of our income is being consumed by the essentials, by the things we absolutely need to pay for in order to function as adults. That means I have less money to travel. I have less money for massages and facials. I have less money for restaurants. And I don't like that. Let me know how you feel in the comments because I feel like I'm not the only one. And I feel like this economy really needs to get itself together.
I want to know what y'all's car payments are every month because I refuse to believe that I am the only person with a high car payment. And I refuse to believe that my husband is the only man with a high truck payment.
You're not the only one, sis. I actually got a car in 2024. I had to get a car as a result of being in a car accident, no fault of mine, but unfortunately my car was totaled. And so I was forced to get a new car. I told myself when I purchased my car in 2024, if I never have to buy another car, I will be okay. I will be fine. Do you hear me? I will be fine. Not because of the process, but because of the payments, because of the interest rate. I'm someone who has, relatively very good exceptional credit, right? Just having a car payment, I feel like God wanted better for my life. So I am now in the state where financially I am paying off that car as fast as humanly possible. My goal is to pay off my car in 1.5 years. In addition to the minimum car payment, I'm throwing every other coin within reason at that car loan because I just feel like I should not have to pay for a vehicle, period. So it's going to be paid off as quickly as I absolutely can. But to her point, these car notes is crazy. People are paying $1,100, $1,400 for car notes. That's more on the luxury side, unless you just have really bad credit. But even to pay $600 a month, even to pay $550 a month, put it in the comments. I will be surprised. Let me know if you are paying, let me think, $400 or less for your car. Now, if you got a 2012, listen, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking if you have had your car for, let's say, last 3 years, it's only like 3 years old, and you have a car note and you're paying $400 or less, what do you have? A Flintstones vehicle? Like, I can't imagine. Even like Priuses. First of all, the new Priuses are nice, but as a result, the prices also increase. Put it down in the comments if your car is less than 3 years old and you're paying $400, $450 or less for your car note. I want to know who got high car notes because we all got high car notes. I want to know who got low car notes and what type of car you got because I might need to go trade mine in. No, I'm just kidding. I would never. I love my car. But also, can I save a coin?
If y'all see it, but I literally see vehicles posted for sale now for like $100,000 to almost $200,000.
What the hell type of car they got? A spaceship? Are they on Jeff Bezos' spaceship, I guess? $200,000? First of all, what car? Hold on. What kind of car? Chat gypped. What kind of car? I'm not talking about the luxury stuff. Of course, I know you get a Maybach, you get a Urus. I know that's gonna cost a cute coin. But what kind of car costs? And when you get to the 100,000, a lot of trucks, like luxury trucks, can cost over $200,000 or more. If you are in the middle class, if you are in the working class, and you have a $200,000 car, you're hustling backwards. So it says, okay, let me share this. Oh wait, I don't want y'all to see my business. So it says plenty of cars cross over the $200,000 mark. At that price point, you're generally looking at a high-end luxury. And that's to be understood, right? So a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a McLaren, a Rolls Royce, Mercedes Maybach. As I mentioned, the Urus is up there, Aston Martin, Rolls Royce Cullinan, Bentley Bottega. Okay, cool. Like all of even a Porsche 11? Okay, so middle class, we not driving these. I'm not saying you can't afford it. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but what I am saying is if you're making $75,000 a year, let's do the math. Okay, cool.
No way that people are purchasing these vehicles without paying a high car payment.
Right.
So y'all are mad at me.
Okay, she just keeps talking about her high car payment. Got it. We all got high car payments. I want to know who in the comments has a low car payment. That's more the exception to the rule. If you have a newer vehicle and your car payment is low, I want to hear from you. More importantly, if your insurance is low, who is your insurance carrier? I think we should start a community where the companies that are offering the best rates and the best deals, we should just all leverage our network to do business with them. Their customer service also has to be great because oftentimes when they give in low prices or costs, the other areas be a little bit shoddy. But if you have an insurance carrier that's good across the board, put it in the comments below. Put it in the comments because I want to know. Okay, so first of all, I immediately see 2021 BMW X5. I don't even know what that looks like. What does that look like? Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show you in just a sec. This is what a 2021 BMW X5 looks like. Now, It is very nice. This is clean. Are they gonna show me pictures of the inside? They got the panorama roof. Now listen, I am weak for a peanut butter inside. That's just the brownish color. I'm weak for a peanut butter. I will buy a car with a peanut butter inside. I just love it. Okay, so we got the visual of what the BMW X5 looks like. Let's see what she's talking.
Hey y'all, so I finally made it to a point in my life where I set all my bills on auto pay, right? Yay me, I'm excited. I gotta log in here, log in here, log in here. Ain't gotta check here, check that, check here, check here.
Now listen, I know we're gonna talk about a high car payment, but when it comes to an auto pay, baby, yes, every time. Put me on auto pay so I ain't gotta worry about it. Now, I know that may be controversial because some people don't like to put their bills on auto pay. They're like, no, I'm not doing that because I need to know when the money is being taken out of my account. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, listen, I set up my budget. I set up my systems. If the money is there, the bill will get paid. And I ain't got to worry. I can go on and live my life. So it's going to be yes to an auto pay every day.
I will forget. So I got all my bills set up on auto pay so I don't have to worry about no bills not being paid, right? So something tells me to go check my card because I want to see how much I have paid on it since I got it last year, March, April, February, March, somewhere around that time when I got my BMW X5.
Okay, wait. I don't know how old this video is, but I'm wondering immediately when she said I got it like not too long ago, did she buy it used? Because it's a 2021, we in 2025. Or is this video 4 years old? That's my immediate thought. It does not really matter, but y'all just see how my brain works. Like I automatically find the gaps and be creating questions.
I check my Capital One, which is, you know, who I got my van through, and I'm like, okay, we're halfway there, almost there. But I decided to check my BMW, only paid $5,000. I didn't know I'm being scammed. Because
Hold on, friend. Hold on. Because the accountant in me already saw 2,000 before she even started talking. Let me just tell you how my brain worked and what I didn't say. What I didn't say was my brain had already calculated that she paid $10,000 on that car. Not only that, but she has an outstanding balance of $100,000. Now, we don't know the timing of when screenshot subscribe, right? So that's something we don't know. However, her payments is $2,000 a month because it looks like she's paying every month or from May to September. So over the last 4 months, 5 months, for 4 months, 5 payments. Got it. And then her balance paid is only $5,800. So immediately what comes to my mind is, what is the interest rate? Because if Sister Gal has already paid $10,000, and I don't even know if she had payments before May, right? This only the payments that she's showing us. But the balance paid, which means the outstanding balance plus the interest, is only $58,27.16. Half of that $10,000 didn't go to her principal. So what is the interest rate? Maybe she'll mention it.
not only am I on auto pay, but I'm paying, let's see, I'm paying
$1998.62 a month. Don't worry, friend. I got you. $1,998.62 every month for a BMW truck. Okay.
which is a hell of a lot. I'm paying $19.93 a month for
That's $8.98. You off $5.
my BMW X5. And y'all are telling me that since last year of March, I only paid $5,000.
Wait, so I was right. So there were two other payments that we are not seeing from March and from April. Maybe she got the car in March and didn't have to start making payments until May. Because, you know, you get like a little bit of lag from when you have to make your first payment. Hopefully, child, listen.
My car. So I'm on chat like, y'all can have this thing back. Because y'all ain't about to scam me no more. I'm not about to pay another year at $19.93 a month.
No, like, come get this car right now. The key will be underneath the mats, period. Come get it, Lord.
It seems like it's not going towards nothing but interest.
That's an actual factual. That's a snap of fact on a bottle cap, because that's all. Did she say what the interest rate is? That's the question.
The payment is not going to, I don't know. I made it to the point where I started making money and I had a lot of dumb decisions and I'm still learning.
When you start getting disposable income, you tend to get a little bit careless with your money. Just a little bit. Because you're like, oh, it's coming in. It's coming in and it's going out and I'm living my life. I'm living my life. Until you start looking at them numbers, you're like, oh, Jesus, wait a minute. $2,000 for a car every month? Not including insurance, not including gas, not including oil changes. Hold on, wait a minute. That's what she's going through right now.
You're growing and I'm learning. But that was the dumbest mistake ever. But I'm here to tell you, y'all can have that car back. I will willfully bring the car back to the parking lot so y'all can have it.
And the thing about that is I'm laughing because she's very animated, but like, no, for real though. Y'all can have this car. And then I don't necessarily know the resale value of BMWs. I don't know how well they hold their value. That's the other thing you have to think about even before you buy the car. Worst case scenario, I need to sell this mofo. How much will it go for? How much value will it hold? Does it hold its value over the years? Or is it like a freaking Chrysler where the car ain't gonna hold a value? Or like a freaking, what's some cars? I can't think of the car name, Lord. Saturn. BMW likely holds its value, but then also you have to think about what's going to be the demand for the car. There's so many things. I know for me personally, my whole philosophy when it comes to vehicles, there's only maybe 2 or 3 types of cars that you will ever see me in. But yeah.
On my mama, on my soul, I'm not even playing. Because how have I had it for a damn near, it's been a year now. And you're telling me I only paid $5,000?
Hold on. She's had it for a year. If she's making $2,000 every 12 months, that's $24,000. Now, of course, the balance pay probably is going to go up, but it's still not going to be anywhere near the $24,000 that she's given to this bank. Who is it? Ally? Ally.
I'm not playing with y'all. I'm on the app with them now. With y'all? Is y'all crazy?
No, but for real though, because cars are really freaking expensive. Now, here's just some quick things to know when it comes to vehicles. The average price of a new car in 2025 is more than $48,000. The average price, and this is at an all-time high. In 2010, it was $29,000. In 2025, it is $48,000. Now, I'm going to do the math for you so you ain't got to. That is a 65% increase in the average price of cars. Not only that, because when it comes to, and that's talking about new cars, right? The average monthly car payment for a new car, I actually underestimated it. I said $500, but the average price of a monthly car payment in 2025 is $738 a month. For a used car, it's like $500, $530, okay? Just 5 years ago, that new car monthly payment was about $400. So we went from $400 on average to $738 on average. You can't give me any propaganda telling me that these prices on stuff ain't going up. That's the propaganda I'm not falling for. I don't care who says it, what podium you come to and shout from the rooftops, because the proof is in the pudding. Average loan term. This is something I realized when I got my car last year. The car that I've had before that was leased, so I didn't necessarily have to think about loan terms. The average loan term was 69 to 72 months, right? You can get it from like 60 months, 72 months. That's 5 years and 6 years. Now it's between 8 and 9 years. So what they're doing is they're allowing you to extend the loan term so that your payment will be smaller on a month-to-month basis, but you're going to be paying more because instead of paying it off in 5 years, you're paying it off in 8 years. So it's taking you 3 more years to pay off that loan balance. But they was like, hey, we not going to lower the price, but we can give you more time to pay it off. Interest rates. Let's talk about interest rates. Interest rates in 2025, if you have excellent credit, you're still going to be paying around 5.2% APR for your vehicle. If you have average credit, you're going to be paying around 8.8%. And if you have poor credit, you are going to be paying upwards of 14 to 21%. Now you're like, Free, what does this mean? Excellent credit is anything maybe like 760 or above. That's where you tend to get lower rates. Lower still being 5% or more. Okay, cool. Average credit is between 660 and 699. Now, you're sub 700, but you're above 660. Okay, cool. Still 8.8% APR. That is a diabolical interest rate on a vehicle, whatever way you want to slice it. And then don't have poor credit where your credit score is below 600, because then you can be paying into the double digits, 14% to 21% interest on a car loan. That's wild. Now, I will say, in my experience, one thing that I want to emphasize and stress the importance of is gap insurance. Get gap insurance, either through your car insurance or through your loan servicer, whoever you get your auto loan with. Ask them if they can attach gap insurance to your payment, or sometimes you can pay it in a lump sum once you get the vehicle. And I know this through personal experience. And this is why I'm going to be an advocate for gap insurance. Now, it ain't a lot of extra costs and extra fees and stuff like that I'm an advocate of, right? Because I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with my coin. But through experience, being involved in a motor vehicle accident that was not my fault, where I completely lost my car, it was a complete total, having gap insurance saved my life financially. When I was involved in my accident in 2023, or 24, one of them, a lady hit me. I talked about this in one of my other videos, but a lady hit me. My car at the time, I had an Audi A3. Due to all the technology nowadays that are in cars, it wasn't even so much the damage, because if you look at the video, the car doesn't look super damaged. It doesn't look like to the point where it's totaled. But because there's so many sensors and there's so much tech in the vehicle, it was deemed a total loss as opposed to just the cosmetic damage. There was a lot of shit happening underneath the hood. Baby, listen, let me tell you, it was, just to give you some numbers, I think at the time my car was valued at like $35,000, and it would have cost anywhere from like $33,000 to $38,000 to fix the car. So the insurance was like, we're not going to pay you that. We're just going to total it out because it costs just as much as the car value. So they paid it out, or whatever the case may be. Now, if I did not have gap insurance, the number that they negotiated with my loan service provider at the time, which was Audi Financial Services, like let's say there was a balance due that the insurance decided they wasn't going to pay, I would have been responsible for that. But because I had gap insurance, I did not have to pay a dang thing. As a matter of fact, I got a refund. So I will be an advocate for gap insurance. Another scenario with that car, I didn't finance it. My belief when it comes to cars is I will finance affordability or reliability, and I'm going to lease luxury vehicles. So if ever you see me in a luxury vehicle, it is probably leased. That's one of the best decisions I've made. I've also had a close relative involved in a motor vehicle accident, and they had financed their vehicle. Same scenario, they were not at fault, but their car was deemed a total loss. And luckily for them, they had gap insurance with their loan servicer, the bank who they took the loan out with. And oftentimes with the gap insurance, you have to have that well before the accident happens, right? Like you can't go have an accident, then try to go and get gap insurance. It just ain't gonna work like that. So get it beforehand. In the event that something happens, you'll be A-okay. But this person actually was paying more on their loan, so they also ended up getting a refund. But worst case scenario, gap insurance essentially is designed to protect you in the event that you're involved in a motor vehicle accident. Payment for the car is less than what you owe on the vehicle. You would then be responsible for the difference if you did not have gap insurance. If you have gap insurance, either your car insurance or your loan servicer, depending upon the circumstances, will cover the difference. So that is something that I'm an advocate of because I've been in direct benefit of it. And it has saved, like the person I was talking about, it has saved them like thousands of dollars, essentially. Because oftentimes when a car accident happens, it's like, bruh, I was not expecting to come out of pocket $4,000 in 60 days. Even if I got it, at this point, I don't want to spend it. And having gap insurance will save you from having to spend your own coin. Okay?